Negative feedback loops happen when you have a lot of time to yourself in to be in your head. Even if it's justified, even if the circumstances are such, you'll notice that it is especially when you are about to go to sleep, especially when you wake up or after lunch. These are timings that I had noticed that I used to jump to negative feedback loops, because those were the times that my mind was free. And so, to counter that, you have to remember that you can actually use this not only as information but also a way to reset it faster. The point being, I think most of us by now know that the fastest way to reprogram your subconscious is to have the right story going in your brain just before you're falling asleep and after you're waking up. So even if you're not able to entertain the positive feedback loop, what I personally did was stop the negative feedback loop or divert it. So how do you stop negative feedback loop? You tell your mind when it is starting a negative story, okay, this is what I used to happen, this is what is going to happen, this is all your mind cooking up stories based on old evidence, on old lived reality. But there are multiple realities, and there are a lot more things that you have never experienced that can happen, which means positive outcomes are possible as well. So you remind yourself, okay, this can work out. And if direct positive reprogram is not possible, telling yourself that you are going to setting a time for engaging in negative feedback loops helps. Here's what I mean. So if you notice that every time you go to sleep, your mind starts cooking up stories about what could go wrong, what has happened wrong before, and starts spiraling in the negative feedback loop and doesn't allow you to sleep, you will tell it that tomorrow between 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. is the time that you are going to allow yourself to digress, that your body needs rest and you need to sleep, so you're going to sleep now. That was one of the most powerful things that helped me conquer the negative feedback loop. And the next day when you are in the 2 to 3 p.m., there are a lot more I'm not a mind coach or any coach, this is just what I did, this is just my experience, and this is not advice. So between 2 to 3 p.m. I used to see what the story was, and see what is within my control and what is not within my control. And to fix what is in my control, I used this book, Love is Letting Go of Fear, to shift the narrative, shift my mindset around things, to make things happen with what was in my control. And more so before sleeping, if you do want to go towards telling a new story, I would encourage you to find 3 scenarios that haven't happened, but 3 best case scenarios that can happen, or just tell yourself what's the best that could happen. If anything is possible, then miraculous events can happen and your life could be completely different tomorrow. Constantly putting yourself, also, even if you have, so here's another thing that I did was noticing 10 seconds of absolute peace. Just notice those 10 seconds. Did something bad happen? No. Use that time to reframe my mind. Okay, nothing bad happened for these 10 seconds, which means nothing bad could happen for forever. And sure, there would be times that some bad things are going to happen, but the more you start training yourself for these safe experiences, the more you use all that you have to put yourself at ease and give yourself maximum comfort. the more that is going to be amplified. That is what happened for me, and I hope it happens to you too. Also, affirmations. Instead of letting your mind have the time to think negative things before sleeping, go with affirmations. And if those are very triggering to you, I would suggest very soft affirmations. You can check out Leora Alexandra's softer affirmations, because those are easy to put into your mind, rather than going for something that is very optimistic and something your body is not ready to accept or believe. It is just easier to have softer affirmations. So, and even before that, even softer affirmations are becoming triggering, you can just have something like a nervous system healing music going. So I used to have 1 to 2 hours of nervous system healing music, or calm music, or safe music that makes you feel safe going on. Also, comedy helped me a lot. Using all the time that you have to create a new positive experience, to show your humor is one of the, I feel, fastest way to convey safety to your body, along with, of course, having weighted blankets on you. But humor helped me a lot. So if you can find shows around humor, good humor, soft humor, positive humor, and if you can have that be in your surrounding and let that be channeled into your surrounding, it will not only help you but your circumstances and the people around you as well. So humor helped me a lot too. And even base affirmations. So even if, say for example, you have switched off the music, you have switched off the affirmations, I'm when I say a mantra or chant, I would say I'm love, or I'm safe. So okay, I'm safe would be too much. I'm love, or I choose to see miracles, I choose to see magic, I choose to see the best case scenario. Anything that feel, any statement that you feel will make you believe in a greater, grander possibility of unfolding, go with it and repeat it until you fall asleep. Or even, I used to just watch a lot of movies back to back, so I would get tired and eventually fall asleep. And even movies, please be cognizant that if you are trying to make yourself feel better, you should watch content that your mind will thank you for and feel genuinely safe in. If you watch triggering movies and sleep to it, it's not going to help you with your negative feedback loop. You want to create a new loop. So what's the kind of loop you're trying to create? Those are the kind of words, those are the kind of content, whether it be books or whether it be internet or even people that you're engaging with. Ensure that you stop yourself from constantly being in that victim state, being in those states that reinforce a negative scenario. Even news, I stopped watching news in those times. Watching all of everything is medicine, and everything is something that can stop you from medicine as well. So it is better to just have the medicine directly, right? It is better to just consume a lot more of what you want rather than what you don't. So these are the things that I did to help me put not only a stop to the negative feedback loop and completely let go of it, but now I'm equipped with it. So now it has become almost subconscious, and so these are the things that will help you create a new feedback loop for yourself and move away from the negative feedback loop.